We are with the third game between Hasan and Lojza. As you can see on the scoreboard, they played 2 games already. Score is 1-1 and it is a best of 5. So the first to take 3 wins here will advance to the next round. It is the round of 16, so they already made it pretty far. On the spectator dashboard we can already see it's Aztecs against Huns on duopoly. Oh yeah, they said it in the game room as well. So yeah. Duopoly, what can we say about duopoly? As you can see, it's a rather open map. Very much Arabia-like. Small difference is maybe that the golds are closer to the players. They're not really scattered all over the map, but that is actually a bonus. And I'd say it's even more open than Arabia if you look at it. Anything in particular here? Main gold is to the front for Lojza. Berries in the back. You can get wood in the back, that is alright. Stone is in the back. He's going for this one. Deer really close, can be pushed easily. So that's a good map for Lojza. Let's check out Raiden, that's his player name, but everyone calls him Hasan. So I'll mostly say Hasan, if that is okay. There's the berries at the side, stone at the side, gold at the side. Yeah, well, it's an open map for both, that's how duopoly is, and that calls for some early action. Aztecs, Huns, 2 very strong, well, probably top 3 civilizations on open maps, land maps, and usually you would rate Aztecs higher, but you never know if the Hun goes for a population 21 build order and the Aztecs player has, I don't know, some problems in Dark Age, the militia arrive a little late or something, then it can go either way really. So that's 4 on wood, that is expected for the Aztec player. And the Hun player here has 4 on wood as well. But that is not a clear sign. I remember Slam always... oh, close. But he did manage to bring in the boar. I remember Slam putting 4 on wood as well with the pop 21 build order.
Thank you, you wonderful man!
Ooh, we just had a donation, $20 from J.R. Reagan. Great stuff. Glad to hear that, and thanks for your donation, man. As you can see on the page, we're gonna use it for a good cause. It's not like I'm gonna pay my meal with it or anything. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not gonna make any calls yet. Actually, let's go to the point of view from Hasan. Early mining camp. Wow, so now I'm a little confused. This is not a typical scouts build order. What does he have in mind here? Does he want to... No, he's not drushing, otherwise he would have had a barracks already. Does he want to go heavy on archers? Right now I'm kind of worried for him that he won't be able to click up to feudal age. He doesn't have too many villagers on food left. Well, in general, since I had problems with OBS, I didn't have like the usual minute I take to explain the settings. This is a balance of power. So the settings are slightly different than what we're all used to, like over a decade. Some small changes have been made to the game, changes that have been shown to be, well, necessary over a decade. So Vikings are still probably the best on water, but they're not that overpowered anymore, and so on and so on. So a lot of tiny changes. Here for Huns, for example, the Cav archers are still the cheapest, but not that cheap anymore. Aztecs, I think they start with 50 extra gold, but they have to pay for loom, if I remember correct. I can link you. No, actually, you can type exclamation mark in the chat if you want to look up the changes. They're not big anyway. So, well, as expected, should have said that earlier, from Aztecs you usually would expect a 5 militia Dark Age rush. Here they are. And what Hasan just did there, I really don't understand. He built a mining camp before he built a barracks, he built the farms really late, and he still got militia. The more I think about it, the less it makes sense, to be honest. If he played a standard or a known Dark Age rush, then he would have been in a better position economically. I don't know what was the real plan here. Was there a boar steal I missed maybe? But I don't think so, no. No, there was no boar steal. Meanwhile, Lojza is walling up. There's a villager trying to wall the last bits, but still open in the back. So these militia might get in, but one of them is almost dead, so they're not gonna do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, if I get the chance, then I will ask Hasan after this match, like, what was the real plan here, because I can't tell right now. Let's just go with it and see how this game develops. I mean, you can try something crazy. There's no law. You always have to play the same build orders, right? I mean, right now he has balanced the economy again. He has 2 lumber camps, the expected amount of villagers on wood, 3 farms here plus 6, so that is around the same you would get with the drush. Even, maybe even 1 or 2 farms more. Anyway, very, very interesting stuff going on. The 3 militia, yeah. Lojza will just fight him back. It's not like he's gonna get an awful lot of kills. Oh, but he managed to trap a villager. No. Lojza will get away. There goes a militia, and this one is on 8 HP, so that's less than 1.5 militia left here. Okay. 2 ranges. And 2 ranges for both. So they're both basically playing a Dark Age rush slash yeah, well, I guess Lojza is playing a fast castle build order. No, never mind. Both of them are playing a Drush FC, so Dark Age rush developing into a fast castle. So it's all normal. My mind is at peace again. And then, how is it gonna work out? Huns get cavalry archers and knights in Castle Age, so they have some advantage there. But Hasan actually never got a stable, so without bloodlines, cavalry archers are not that strong actually. So I'm not sure. Oh, that was the last militia. Not sure what Hasan has in mind. We'll just see. Maybe he hopes that Lojza invested too many resources into walling and villager time, of course. That's time that can be used for gathering resources, and he is just playing it very open. It's not, in inverted commas, wasting time to wall. They'll be able to probably drop a town center more or earlier. Let's see how this goes. Yep, here's the town center for Hasan, just as expected. And Hasan is going to intercept him, probably with a hill bonus, yes. Lojza is not on the hill yet. Now he is, and I think he has the bigger numbers here. But over time Hasan can reinforce, obviously, and he is pretty good with his micro. Not saying Lojza is bad, I mean, they're both 2k1 at least. Probably rather 2k2, 2k3 on a good day on Arabia. Actually, I'm just guessing right now. Let's just leave it at that. I think they both hit 2.2, definitely. Yeah, and Hasan needs to go back, but here come the reinforcements, so he will definitely be able to defend here. Lojza probably trying to snipe off a farmer. Nope. Here's the spectator dashboard indicating that Lojza is housed, which is really practical because I'm on the point of view from Raiden here, from Hasan, right? So that is super valuable. And a defensive siege workshop. Let's check. Does Lojza have a siege workshop? No. Still none for him, and he is still low on wood. Did he get extra town centers? There's one. Only one so far, so my impression was not completely wrong. Lojza's economy suffered a little from walling everything, and Hasan had some more resources left for extra town centers and an early siege workshop. That is expected. I mean, at the same time, Lojza can harass Hasan all this time while Lojza's base is safe. I mean, it's a trade-off, really. Here, for example. Dead villager for red. Let's check the villager counts. We can see them here. That's 44 against 47. Maybe because Lojza is housed all the time. And yeah, Lojza retreating. Will he just try to boom up and go Imperial Age? With Aztecs, that is somewhat expected, because they don't really have any other choice except for crossbowmen and mangonels in Castle Age. Oops. Good shot here for Lojza, and the archers ran into the enemy ones without being patrolled, so that was a small loss here for Hasan. Nothing that decides the game, but he was moving forward. He was trying to push, get into the driver's seat. Now he needs to defend again. One for one trade at least, that's good. And now if he brings a villager, then he can deal it with the army here of crossbowmen. Come on, bring a villager. Otherwise this will go down. Ah, too late. Building stables in the back. Very sneaky of him. Oh, come on, quick shot. Yeah, that was a good one. Uphill, but that's still enough. 35 HP is not too much on an archer unit here, and that was 6 or so, 7 crossbowmen. Looking at the villager counts again, 58 against 56, so very similar. But we have to bear in mind that Aztecs get their economy bonus. Villagers just carry more resources every time they have to drop off, so that just makes them go faster to Imperial Age. Come on, target this one, and yes. Just 2 left, and they're not even on high HP. So Hasan is safe again. And starting to create knights there. Looking at the chest. Yes, I get excited when I see good mangonel shots. I do. Ah, damn, that's 2 Eagle Warriors. No one expects Eagle Warriors in Castle Age, but so that's actually a smart move here from Lojza. Yeah, well, meanwhile the walling somehow has paid off for Lojza. His economy was untouched all this time. And let's switch the point of views. Yeah, he is on 400 food, 500 gold. Villager count. Oh, that's actually a 10 villager lead now. Let's just quickly count. That's the main one. 3. Okay, so that's 3 town centers. Same for Hasan actually, but maybe Hasan had the town centers idle. I don't know really, but numbers show clearly that Lojza has a villager lead now. Oh, was that a good idea to delete the palisade? Because now Hasan can just run in. Does he have reinforcements? Nah, not really. So, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah, just look at the score. This is really what happens with Aztecs. Still in balance of power. They are really strong in terms of economy. And they just, yeah, their economies just skyrocket. Lojza here is getting close to clicking up. You just hit the 1000 food mark, but I guess he queued some more villagers. But he will be there in just a moment. Let's just wait for him to click up. Should be any second now. And there is the click. You can see it here. What? And Hasan actually clicked up at the same time. Good job. But he didn't create any army. I wonder what kind of army he's going to create against Aztecs. Look at the military count. That's 4 military at minute 34 now for Hasan. And he's not particularly safe, really. He didn't even get palisades to wall himself. I wonder how he wants to stop the eagle raid that's gonna come in. Let's check. Lojza though is not really getting eagle warriors. What what are they doing? Are they both trying to troll me? Eagles and archers. Sorry, not eagles. I'm expecting eagles, but it's pikemen and archers. Yes, Aztecs actually do get the arbalest upgrade, but is it just a mind game here? Like, Hasan expects eagles, so he gets knights, and to counter that, Lojza is just getting pikemen. That's maybe one explanation. But anyway, this game is full of surprises. can't put it in the other way, really. Another barracks. Now, thank God I'm not going nuts here. He is actually going eagles, like the expected thing to do. What I find way more interesting now is what Hasan is about to do. Because yeah, a couple of pikemen, well, why not? But it's gonna be eagles mainly. What will Hasan do against that? Eagle pikeman mix. Cavalier upgrade, chain boarding armor upgrade. That's the +2. And a forward castle. Villager difference around 20 now for Lojza, so he's even increased his lead there. Ooh, I guess that was a misclick. He targeted the lumber camp instead of a villager. But as I said earlier, when Hasan was on 4 military, he is still on 23 now, or something, while Lojza is, well, more than double than that. Hasan was trying to keep up in the with the imperial time, but there is some maths behind it. If you want the same imperial time, then you can't have the same amount of army, really. And that's what got him in this case. Lojza obviously read the game well, saw his chance to push. Forward castle going all in, and that was it. Very well played. Rather defensive overall, but in the last second he saw his chance or his advantage and went all in, so very good reading of the game here from Lojza. Checking the achievements. Military. Yeah, rather equal here, nothing crazy, but this what decided it in the end. 25 max army against 48. And overall better economy, that is kind of expected, with the Aztecs against Huns if the game goes longer. Yep, was an interesting game. Let's go back. Score is 1-2 on the scoreboard, so a 2-1 lead for Lojza. Let me check. Oh, I'm getting myself a co-caster. Yeah, we're not missing anything, the spectator countdown has not started yet.
Microphone muted. User was moved to your channel. Microphone activated.
Hello,
Good evening,
Doctor.
Nice to be here once again.
Yep, always a pleasure. Have you seen this last game?
I sadly kind of missed the last bit, to be honest, but I'm really looking forward to the next one.
It happened really
I
fast.
missed the start, so
Yeah. No, Lojza basically drushed and walled himself in, and then in the last second or last minute he saw he has double the army, went all in, and GG. Yeah.
Alright, not bad. I'm sure you're looking forward to the next game then. Seems to be interesting so far. Yeah, I was still like getting some food, so I just heard my laptop and wasn't paying that much attention though, so that's why I didn't really see it. But yeah, really looking for the next one. I also wouldn't have enjoyed joining mid game because it's so hard to get into them. Like if you haven't seen the start, it's really so hard to get into games and then try and catch up with what's happening. So
yeah.
This was one of the home maps of one of the players. I don't know which one it was, but
I can
assume the
check.
4th map is set, right?
Was
If I
the
recall
yeah, it was the
correctly.
home map for Hasan, and now it's gonna be another home map for Lojza.
Okay. Yeah, so then it was WSVG who had the different rule set, okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
in WSVG there's always a set map, and I remember the discussions, like get a map that's not used all the time, take a Civ that's not used all the time. Anyway.
Yeah. Wasn't it the Britain's War? I think it was the Britain's War. I really enjoyed watching those. But yeah,
Yep.
we're in balance of power, so let's talk a little bit about balance of power. So,
Yep.
what
So,
do you
game
think
4.
is Lojza gonna pick here? I mean, I know he's a big Arabia player. I know he's excellent at pretty much all other maps as well. But do you think he's gonna go Arabia? Is that even an option?
I am in already. Are you not in the game room?
Oh, it does appear not in there because I thought I was gonna get moved, but apparently I can just join. Probably, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
So,
I'll join then. I'll catch up to you in a moment.
I'm gonna reveal the secret. It is BOP Lojza, which is a water map similar to, oh, I was gonna say Baltic, but this one looks way more similar to Mediterranean. A lot of land on this map. So yeah, reminds me of Mediterranean, but everything else is really standard. 2 boars, 8 sheep, gold, berries, yada yada. There is a pause, we saw that in the game room already.
I'll quickly use that to reinstall the spectator dashboard because it might have been updated in the meantime and it's currently not showing me the all the information. So I'll have to leave you on your own forecasting for a moment. I'll be right back.
That is alright. It's paused anyway, so we're not missing anything. Gives me actually
Just
some
take a
time
moment.
to bring back the chat. Okay, the game is continuing. We're gonna see the chat later, I guess. Looks fairly symmetrical. There's a small stretch of land towards the center for both. Then the sides are actually equally far, so yeah, looks like a nice map to me. Back gold though for Lojza. Berries, no, they're not too near the shore. Strange lumber camp here for Hasan. Where is he going? So much forward. I think this one can be reached from the water. While he has wood in the back. Anyway.
I have it installed in a moment, by the way, so I'll be right there again. People still asking in chat who I am.
Yeah, it's
guys,
the Viper.
for those who are there, I'm sadly not the Viper or MBL or whatever people thought I sound like. I'm just a guy called Doctor. I'll actually say hi in chat for those who want to know.
Oh yeah, actually we have the time. I'm gonna update the title and Doctor with a K, and there's that. Alright. Yeah, no surprise, they're both playing Vikings. It's a water map, so yeah. Still in balance of power, Vikings are still the strongest on water, but actually this is maybe a good occasion to check the changes. The warships, for example, they cost 10%, 15% and 20% less in feudal, castle and imperial, instead of 20 in all ages. So looking at feudal age, for example, that's a difference of 10%, and you only get the full discount in imperial. So that is a nice one, brings the other good civilizations closer to Vikings. Team bonus of the dogs changed from a discount of 25 to 15. Again, no other civilization gets such a discount, but it got decreased by 10%. So hopefully, maybe in team games, in 1v1 I'm a little skeptical, but in team games it might be easier to deal with Vikings on water. So far it has been pretty impossible to beat them with other civilizations.
I think it's a pretty fair change. to be
Yeah.
honest. Still leaves Viking as well, probably the strongest water civ, but
Definitely.
they're not quite as strong as they used to be. So I think they did a good
Exactly.
job here. The balance of power creators, I think Carlos, Ferdinand, and I sadly don't recall the other ones, but
Yeah, it's actually
good
his
job,
brother.
everyone.
It's actually his brother who's not so active anymore. His player name was John Mendel. So yeah, Carlos is doing most of the work nowadays. What else? Vikings. Yeah, Berserkers got a little buffed. They were not great before, but I think that's not gonna have a big impact in this game. If so, I'll point it out. Let's rather check the economy here of Lojza. He's up by 25%. That is really early. He clicked up at 731. That is damn good if you're not Mongols. And Hasan just clicked now. That is 8 minutes 27, so almost 1 minute difference.
That's pretty good, I would say. I'm still busy here because apparently something might have not worked properly, so just give me another moment for me to be back with you. Just as a quick question, all I have to do is uninstall the local mod spectator dashboard and reinstall it, right? And then I can join and it will work properly, right?
The safest way is to leave the game room, like in any lobby, leave the game room. Go to your AOE2 folder, Woobly mods, local mods and so on, and then just manually delete it and then download it again.
That's what. So to make sure, I think I didn't leave the game room last time, just closed the game, and that might have caused the issue.
Yeah.
But then I should be right back, okay.
Okay, in a couple of seconds, Lojza should have his first galleys out, so let's keep an eye on that. Oh, he can even afford a third dog. Very nice build order here from Lojza. Even with the nerfs, he managed to go up super fast and get 3 dogs.
Alright, I'm in now and it works, but I'll have to catch up, which will take a moment.
Yeah, Hasan being forced to move his fishing ships away.
What I'm wondering for this map is if one player is gonna take water, if the other one will simply resign, which is what we quite often see. At the same time though, if both these players scouted the map properly, which I'm sure they did, they will probably see that it's actually kind of a land-heavy Loch Ness. If you ask me, it's got a lot of possibility to I don't know, like do land stuff, I guess. And I'm wondering if some of these players are gonna take this opportunity.
Yeah, good point. On Rooster or a water-heavy Baltic map, there's no point to continue, but here you can definitely do something on land. So yeah, let's see. I would be well, a little disappointed if the game's over by a minute 15. I don't think it will be the case.
Yeah, I definitely think at least Hasan, if he gets into a disadvantageous position, which it currently looks like he slightly is, and just a little bit on the back foot, right? I don't. Oh, actually, seems to have caught up just that moment. All right. But yeah, I think he would probably surely attempt. Surely that made a lot of sense. But I think Hasan would probably give it a go because, as it's the best of 5, if he does lose this one, he's obviously going to be out of the tournament. So, all right, let's see what's going to happen.
Yes. For the players who have not seen it on the stream yet, it is a best of 5. So if Lojza takes this game, then the match is actually over. So Hasan will fight tooth and nail here to take this game.
Still very equal. We've got a bit more military for Lojza right now. He's got 16 compared to Hasan's 14, but he did have some of his galleys idle, so he was forced back. And it's still pretty neck and neck, it seems. Even though, at least in terms of numbers, it's a slight advantage for Lojza. And Lojza also does seem to have pretty good health on most of his galleys. Let me check that for Hasan real quick and see how he's doing. Yeah, both of these players are pretty equal. A bit of a number advantage, 3 galleys for Lojza. So
for me, oh yeah,
or,
it just
yeah,
was 12 to
galleys.
12, and now it's
might have been the scout as well.
Yeah.
I had military, I was on the wrong tab there.
Yeah,
but
but
it
I mean,
seems pretty equal.
with or without the scout, it is really close.
Bit of a idle villagers going on here, Hasan. He's got like 5 idols near the mill and the wood. Let's hope he sends those back to work, and there we go.
Oh, that is actually somewhat big. Hasan, you said? No, I see them working again.
Yeah, they're working again now, so
Okay.
it was just about 15 seconds, I guess.
Good.
But we know it's a water map, and these small things could make a difference. So if
Yeah.
those guys would have stood there for a bit longer,
I was gonna say, I focused so hard on water micro that half my villagers would be idle. So if that happens, then yeah, say goodbye to a proper castle age time.
Look, there's pretty big skirmish going on right now in the middle, but it seems like Lojza is taking that pretty convincingly. And let me check the numbers. Okay, we've got 21 ships for Lojza and 9 even for Hasan. So it looks like Lojza is going to take the water. I'd be surprised if Hasan manages to come back. He might try and get some fishing ships. But water looks like it's firmly in the hands of Lojza. And I think Hasan will have to think of a plan here to either go on land or... I don't think retaking is really an option at this point, so we'll see what he wants to do. There's some villagers going forward on the right side, going towards the south of the map. Let's see what they will build. He hasn't planted any foundations yet, but I'm sure he will soon, and I guess we're gonna see an archery range most likely.
Are you slightly ahead of me? Which player is going?
Might be.
Is going
I'm on
forward?
2022, and Hasan is going forward.
Oh,
towards Lojza.
actually, good point. Why am I on 19 something?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, I'm catching up now.
But yeah, so I guess I'll spoil it then. There are 2 archery ranges now going up for Hasan to Lojza's base, and Lojza does not seem to have realized. So
Makes a lot of sense, because what I see is that Hasan's army got divided, and how do you win a war? Divide and conquer, right?
that was a good one. Well, let's see. Archers coming out. Alright, I think if Hasan gets these archers in, he might be able to do some significant damage. If you look at the back of Lojza's eco, Lojza doesn't seem to know about it. He's probably gonna expect it, but he doesn't have any walls or a defensive tower. So if these archers, if he doesn't send them too early, if Hasan plays this well, he could get into the economy of Lojza in the back and do quite a bit of damage, I think. And gonna be interesting to see if he manages to pull it off. He's still queuing them up, he doesn't just send them one by one, but it seems like Lojza has spotted it with the galleys, and yes, he did.
Microphone activated.
Mm-hmm.
And Hasan is building a tower.
Okay.
Have you caught up, by the way?
It's not letting me
23.
for some reason. I'm at 2145. I just see the ranges and the first archers coming out.
Well, maybe I should slow it down a bit then and just wait
Yeah.
for you, I guess.
Or just play along. Don't mention anything I haven't mentioned yet.
Yeah, I'll stop for now and just ask you again in like a minute or two what time you're at. I slowed it down a bit, so
Yeah.
I'll try and take it slowly.
Oh, he's mining the stone now from Hasan. Sorry, Hasan is mining the stone from Lojza. On water, it's, well, everything decided. Castle age times, that's actually an interesting one. Castle already
They completely
for
missed
Lojza.
that one, admittedly.
Yeah. Lojza managed to go up much faster, though they both had 3 fishing ships. That was the same for both, really. So good job, Lojza, there. The tower, the watchtower, let's see. Will it go up? It's 3 crossbowmen there. I don't think it will. No. Okay, so... crossbowmen against feudal age archers. It's not gonna be easy for Hasan there. Now he is in castle. He has bigger numbers. Only 1 range for Lojza. Crossbowman upgrade coming. Defensive siege workshop coming. That makes a lot of sense. Lojza probably knows that Hasan can just out produce him there. Some shenanigans with the scout there. Did all the forward villager dies? The villagers die? No. There is one left, and the siege workshop is coming up, so that is excellent for Hasan. If that villager had died, he would be really in trouble.
What time are you at currently?
25:20.
Alright, I'm gonna go normal speed then. I'm about the same time. Let me just wait it up for a few more moments. So yeah, Siege Workshop did go up for Hasan, and I think you should be around the same time right now.
Yes, 45 now.
Okay, I'll slow it down for just a moment more.
Yeah.
But it does seem like Lojza already has a defensive mangonel out, and that could pose some trouble for Hasan here. He's currently a bit on the retreat.
Hasan.
Wisely.
Yeah. FFS, we all know what it stands for.
Yeah.
And calling
It's
GG
unfortunate.
and wishing Lojza luck in next round. That's nice.
But did I miss something? Because it seemed like the mangonel, from my point of view, he didn't even try to like out-micrate or something. Was it a bit of an early call, or did I miss something? I mean, a mangonel obviously is a big thing, don't get me wrong, but I would have at least attempted to see if I can do something about it. But it seemed like Hasan saw the mangonel and then just called it.
I think he saw mainly the score falling apart. Hasan had one extra town center, Lojza had 3, and 2,400 against 3,800.
Look at Hasan's base. Look at Hasan's base. That will explain everything.
I did. Oh, landing! Jesus.
Yeah.
And he didn't see
4
that.
crossbowmen. Yeah, 4 crossbowmen.
We all missed
Took
it.
out at least 5 villagers. Yeah.
I think Hasan himself missed it. And that was it. That was it.
Yeah, and the mangonel was probably gonna do its job quite fine down back at Lojza's base. So he probably realized that it's over for him.
Because of
And
the gold, I can't really see the red dots on the minimap. It's hard to see. Yeah. So yeah, that explains everything.
A bit sad. I was hoping for the 5th game, but at the same time, this was a very clean game from Lojza. Very well played from him. Taking the water convincingly, and doing the right thing with the defensive mangonel and a landing, and that really didn't leave Hasan any options anymore at this point. So yeah, good game, and congratulations to Lojza for making it in the round of 8, which should be the quarterfinals.
Yep. Round of 8 translates as quarterfinals, and the opponent is already set. It's gonna be Juan from Argentina. So
Juan has been playing so much recently and so good. I always love watching that guy. So it should be a good game. He's been playing very good. Looking forward to seeing, or maybe even co-casting those. We'll see what happens. That's great.
yeah. In the other round of 16, he faced Spaden, and Spaden actually put up a great fight. 2-0 for Juan, Spaden going 2-2, winning 2 games, and then in the decider, Juan won it, 3-2. So it was a great match, apparently.
I think I did. Sure if I watched some of it. I did watch one game. I'm not entirely sure, but we've had some fantastic games in Balance of Power, so I'm really looking forward to what's coming up. And even though this was exactly what we kind of would have expected as well, like in a normal tourney, kind of a water map, Vikings, but generally speaking, it's just so nice seeing other civilizations tried and sometimes working out very, very nicely. So it's fantastic.
And I think
I just wish it could have stayed here for one more game, but sadly
Same
already
here.
over.
Yeah, I think in Balance of Power, even more than in the Arabian Conquest, the players are actually looking at the changes and trying to draw conclusions from it, like how should I have to adapt my build order to make it perfect, or to optimize it. And so we see some more longswordsmen with Goss, for example, which was always intended, I guess, by the developers. And no developer on Earth wants an unbalanced game, right? So Anyway, who is on? Yeah, sorry.
crazy to see to me how it can take, I don't know, like 17 years. I'm not entirely sure how old the game is at this point, but how it can take so long, and still people will find ways to balance stuff out, and just amazes me.
Yeah, it's
Or there's
actually
always something you can change, and then there'll be new stuff discovered, and just always this excitement going on about these little things. I mean, these changes aren't huge, and again, it can mean so much. I'm really loving this
it's
tourney.
actually the other way around. AOC lost support rather quickly.
Yeah, I know that.
While in other games, the developers, they tweak things every 3 months, every 6 months. So now that we are actually in the position and we have the knowledge how to tweak the game, because that was not so clear like 3-4 years ago, now we can actually do fun stuff with it. So yeah, great times for AOC.
And I did say this before, but I just have to give them the credits on actually doing a good job, because I know sometimes when you get these balance patches, even from the actual developers of games, they do a horrible job and making what was considered overpowered completely useless pretty much. And yeah, as you see in Balance of Power, Hans, Mayans, which aren't completely overpowered by any means, but they're still very viable. They weren't pretty much nerfed into the ground, which sometimes sadly is the case for let's say equal mechanics in other games. So that's something I'm very happy about. So once again, good job to
Yeah, I think
to everyone.
no one in the community wants to turn the game upside down.
Yeah.
Huns are supposed to be good on open maps, Vikings are supposed to be good on water maps. No one wants to change that. Alright, I was gonna say, who is on TeamSpeak with Jeanette? The good sir is called Doctor. Check the title. And what else in the chat? Yeah, well, Tough is very busy on the chat. Thanks for that, Tough. Providing links and so on. So all cool. Again, thanks, Doctor, for co-casting.
Thanks for having me. Sadly a bit short, but I appreciate being here every time.
Yeah. And I guess that is it from us. Shall I quickly look at the plan for tomorrow? Katsuni said Jordan was gonna play tomorrow. If so, then I'm gonna look it up quickly.
Alright.
1 sec. So that's gonna be Friday. Skittle against Nilpferd, all German match at 12 GMT. Lazy German's not working. Vodka, a player from Italy, against Jordan, 12:30. Yannick against Salad Escape, 16 GMT. Tato Melkor, that's gonna be another very good one. 17 GMT. 18 GMT. Burke versus MBL. Great games again tomorrow. So follow this channel, check AOC Zone if you don't do it anyway, and that is all, I guess.
That's everything from me as well, and yeah, thanks for having me, and I guess that is a good night from me, and most likely a good night from you as well.
Yes.
Did I predict that right? Oh, I'm the
Yes.
best.
It's a hard guess at midnight, right?
It's quite late here in Middle Europe.
Yeah. Okay. Good night, guys, or
Good night, everyone.
see you soon. Bye.
Microphone muted.